Hand of God. Hand of God. Hand of God. Nebt-het. Nebt-het. Amusrele. Amgeligas. Ama at. Aoset. Angwedi. Anum kubulot. Anum tudun. Anum zab. Zinzis. Vusamazu. Lole. Credomut. Imhotep. Vusamazu. Angiqale nje ngokubulisa ngamukele abantu abasha abasanda ukufika bayaqala ukufika hayi ikhaya lethu lonke sonke nje singabantu abamnyama ikhaya lethu. This is the uniting point, umoya wase-Afrika. This is what unites all Africans. Manje sizoshukumeza lo moya ngokuthi siwa-understand kuqala ukuthi uyini lo moya. Yingakho we give continuously ama-lectures so that we are able to refine, sisuse inkungu, in our eyes, so that sivuse u-anpu within us, so that we are able to discern, sihlukanise between what is wrong and right, what is an illusion and what is real. So ingakho sila. That's the reason. So ngibonga uNeo. uNeo is a typical example ukuthi why people come here. Abantu bazela ukuzofunda, ukulandela umoya and nothing else. And you can never follow something that you are never clear about. You need to delve in content. Ukhombise. She comes to the office offering, I want to make a presentation. This is what should happen. Wonke umuntu la should delve in so that we are able to discern. We need to be able to distinguish what is an illusion, what is a seduction, and what is real. Singafani no Kamuwas, who was fooled by an illusion, into zomhlaba that are not real, So today, ngithanda ukubonga futhi the effort that was, made in terms of fundraising yethu. Mina ngithi labo bantu who participated in the fundraising, ukuthi sikhone ukuyalela impompo, even in their absence, uNebt-het ubabusisile. Injalo lento, it's an exchange of energy. You give something inhliziyo emhlophe. Certainly there is an opposing, energy that will meet leyo nhliziyo emhlophe. This is how Africans operate. We don't care, and Tina, as African people, were never fixated on bodies, inyama. Yingakho bokuthiwa ngesizulu uyadela wena usunganeno ngoba awusakuzwa lokuhlupheka kwasemhlabeni. This is how we lived as African people. We were indifferent, in terms of other things. Physical matters didn't matter. Into esemqoka kithi amadlozi ethu, umvelincane nonomkhubulwane. As long as we are consistently in alignment with them, everything will be provided. We never stressed. As long as you do good, Because that's the most important thing. Ukwenza according to the dictates of Ma'at. Ma'at mele simphile in everything that we say, in everything that we do. I always say, for you to be able to succeed, even in your personal goals, you should strive to be forever creating harmony. Wherever you are, harmony here ekunikeza the ability for a balance within you. So iqiniso neharmony is very key. So abantu that supported us, they made it possible. Ama-challenges niyazi ukuthi yindawo le akunamali. Nobody is willing to fund us. Everything we do, it's out of our own efforts as a collective of black people. Because you would understand why. Tina, we are fighting a system. We want the system destroyed so that it will reinstate the tried and tested governing system of the continent. Yingakho sizondwa wonke umuntu. So don't come with an idea ukuthi la sikhanda imali la. We are aligning ourselves with the truth, the wholeness of our being. Yingakho sila, nothing else. It's not about money. Sidlulile lapho. Sidlulile lapho staging sokuthi usaphethwe izinto zomhlaba. On a weekend wena usazulu ufuna ukuya le. When you have transcended that stage, you find peace and joy in solitude. Why? Because you are engaging with the universal principles that created the universe. Awunasikhathi sokwenza izinto ezi-useless. So siyababonga labo bantu because i-GK, it gives an impression ukuthi nemali wherever we are. But you know, what's the secret? Iphile kwayindane leniphethe. Thina samba nomveli ngangi nje nomkhubulwana. Just align. And abantu don't understand that. Bafuna uze nekhubalo elithize. Uthi hayi no likhubalo mina liyangisebenzela. Mina ngithi ikhubalo lelo likhandwe umoya. It can never be stronger than umoya. Kholela nje kumveli nqangi nomkhubulwana. All will happen. Into kumele siyimaster. Yile principle of the season. Nebt-het. Nebt-het, it is that principle. But she's the lady of the house. That's what Nebt-het means. It means ukuthi Nebt-het, she's the creator of the spiritual bodies. Because everything before is physical, it has to be spiritual. So this is where it starts. Then we get unum. You know, there's another principle, a lunar principle called num. The fashioner of physical bodies out of clay, out of the earth, out of matter that is so prevalent here all over. This is how we're created. So the importance of Nebt-het, it is that energy that creates. Why? Because it is the energy that comes down in a spiral form, not in a straight line. Energy goes in a straight line. No. Yingakho fingerprints and a spiral, print. Even lagu kakai word, there's a spiral. So that spiral is represented by Indlovukazi or Asset no Nebt-het as Indlovukazi of the snakes. Remember ukuthi umoya that creates creates and emanates in a snake shape form. Manje uzweke abantu who are ignorant of African philosophy, they would say ukuthi sithandaza thina lethixo zenyoka sithwele ngale nyoka thina. Kanti no, even in your physical form, la spinal cord, spinal cord it's my art, represents my art, because there's got to be balance there for you to be healthy. Remember, Nebt-het is the energy that emanates from above in a spiral form, and it's cold. But the energy ga oset, we are phezulu, who represent that a spiral form of energy that goes up, that ascends into higher planes. So meaning ukuthi ulenduza, Nebt-het represents creation, Oset represent, spiritual enlightenment, ascension. So yingakho in your spinal cord, through the chakra system, nazi chakra. Kepa ngokwescheme, it's sefer na bara. Sefer bara. Meaning ukuthi is the chakra system. Ubabu kredu ubiza umbilini. Hey, why ubiza umbilini? Because there are two tubes. Actually, there are three. There's the central, then there's the Shushuma and the Pingali, according to Amandiya. Kepatina says ukuthi uoset Nebt-het. So, East Africa there's. And the younger than like it were the first people to occupy China. Were the first people to occupy India. So we came there first. So izinto zethu seziphelisiwe from us, so that we don't understand this spiritual science of African people. Ukuthi, when you understand the creation itself, it liberates you for you to be able to connect nalo more. Because it's all about that. Remember, Guti, if there's no balance between the energy that is cold and the energy that is hot, we are cooler. We are cooler. Until there is a balance within you, then we are peeled. And everything vele, emhlabeni, you have to reach balance. You have to reach balance. According to my art, angithi, mina ukuthi uma kwenzakala ngapha, according to umthetho wama-art, angithi niyawazi, mpama nenqindi. Ukushaya kayi one wena ubusa 10 times. Ayikho lento apologizing and you hit me once and buya 10 times. Angiyeki vele. Injalo, so that we maintain and my art is maintained. So in our system vele kunjalo. Meaning ukuthi Nebt-het ipartner yakhe uba Uset represent by Byzantine entropy. Meaning ukuthi everything that is created, it has to resolve back to its natural state. Yingakho sithi isidumbu siyabuna. Because you have to resolve back to that atom, that hydrogen, that carbon, and that copper. So that's what he represents. Then Nebt-het represents umzimba. You know the principle that Lendo said, asiyazi imfihlo kamvelinqango ukuthi siyohamba nini. Umuntu owaziyo nangu. Ile ndlovukazi. Uyo waziyo ukuthi hawe nyawuka wena next week. Because she's responsible. Wherever she feels ukuthi you've been rough ngebody. Manje le body seyisinda umoya. It's heavier than the spirit. Nebt-het uthi nyawo kandoda. We'll renew. Go renew yourself. So that uzoza kabusha njengathi singamaphinda. Hey, kade slow siphila. Slow siyayiphinda phinda. Injalo that's why uzothola umntwana na 6. Akutshele ngezinto zakudala. Lo moya loyo is older than the physical body. So this is our philosophy, this is our perception as African people. So understand nje le mimoya. Remember ukuthi Nebt-het represents seduction. We are being seduced by worldly things. Uphilele moto, uphilele ubhadala loan yendlu. Uphilele transport. Our lives are structured that way. We can't escape from that. And the manje, if zingekho lezo zinto, it means when I was hanged. A lot of people do that. Umuntu beyene 100 million, iphele. Manje usaba ukuthi sekezosibuka kanjani. Akasadrive iPenty. The only car ashiyeke nayo kuma assets akhe itest. Manje uzolwa kanjani ekasi ngetest. Kanti those things shouldn't matter, man. We need to be indifferent kulezi zinto lezi. Whether the corner or azikho impilo iyaqhubeka. This is the belief system of African people. This is what made Pythagoras and all the Greek philosophers that came to learn from here. But the Africans are the happiest people in the world because we understood these principles. You don't need to stress. Imoto ikolotemo kumele ihambe, ayihambe. Injalo. So that we are able to create a free flow within you. Ungabi stressed every month. Hayi mana ihlangani ibalo. What I'm getting and what I'm supposed to pay. Kune discrepancy there. You stress every month. How are you going to be productive ngaleo lifestyle? You can't be productive because normal sambulelo sehla from Nebt-het awusizwa. Ubhizi warisha nje ngale mali okumele uhlanganise. Kanti hayi man, for you to be free. Khulula lokho kumele ukukhulule. There are better and bigger things that await you. They all demand free flow from you. Ukuze ubone ukuthi iyini lento lesikhuluma ngayo ukuthiwa iAfrican science. Because that is the foundation yawo wonke ama-magic, and that is the foundation that kept the harmony on the continent. Hey, baby, we had the harmony. Thina besinganawo ama-street kids. Hey, ngoba bowusaba idlozi. Okhokho bethu bebesaba umoya more than the physical person. Umoya ngoba uboni. And remember ukuthi sesi, we are wiser now. We know that we are surrounded by atoms. And atoms are conscious and have memory. So even though they can't have a physical eyes or body, bayabona. Hey, bayabona. Through ilenduza experiment. Remember ukuthi kuye kwaba ne-experiment lapha ku science. Bathini electron. Bazama ukuyi-predictor ukuthi izongena kuphi. Show ukuthi they shoot the electron or the atom there. But monitor manje the behavior of the electron. Bakade yona kanti nayo ikade bona. Hey, into yaba surprise is there in science, that research has been done. So mengiloko ngithi abelungu ngabe kade masiqeda. Our electrons are much smarter. Ababona basayipheka into. Aze lakithi azosinikeza i-cure. Sithi siyenza leyo nto leyo, it doesn't affect us. So it's a question of understanding le mimoya and be in one with these energies. Because the more you are in one with the energies, is the more uzokhululeka yazi. Ungalokhu stressa ngezinto zenyama. Thina si stress. Makufika isikhathi sokuthi kube ipapa ne-acha. It's like that. Uyadla uyalala. Ungalokhu stressa ukuthi ujoyela ama-prawns wena. And the situation is different. Ustressa ngalelo nto me. Eating papa and acha. I go. And the situation is bad. So, as a spiritual person, you need to reach that level. Ube indifferent in terms of izinto nje zenyama. If ungakhona ukuthi uthenge imoto, don't stress about it. Wena nje lokho, just give reverence to the principle of the season. One of the principles of Naga. Kwenzakala magic nje from nowhere. Why? Because now we are indifferent in terms of physical and worldly things. So umoya uyasazi ngaphakathi lethu. Umoya ngeke uzukhohlisa. Uthi hayi ngimnandi ngihappy. Ngaphakathi ugayibos. And the low gayibos kwenza uvibrate at a low vibrational frequency. Then you affect everybody that is near you. That's why we need to avoid low vibrational frequency people. Because we won't get anywhere with low vibration. Tina, when we fly above, I would have never challenge in life. There are challenges, but you rise above that. So you don't accommodate low vibrational frequency. Why identify as a vessel? You step away from there. Otherwise, you won't have any progress in your life. Ukhona abantu abayinesayo abayithandayo lento. Lokho vibrator low. Yonke into wena uyibona ngelinyiso. Why? Because awuna contentment ngaphakathi kuqala. You have to make a decision ukuthi wena umephi, uphilela umoya noma uphilela physical things. So that's the confusion that is within you. So unless you clarify that, there will always be confusion and then you will always vibrate at a lower frequency. Abantu babona sunrise. The sun is about to set. Kunabantu abanjalo. In reality, deny. The sun is rising. But here now consummated by the sun is setting. It's setting in your mind. Because hakuna clarity. Until you deal with that clarity, you will always be a spoiler man. Hey. So you. This is what assists you in life. You make a choice, Maumuntu. Mina lapha office. It's either I'm reading or I'm engaging. I'm a discussion about spirituality on a daily basis. I'm not bored when I'm seated there at the office. I avoid that low vibrational frequency. Because instead of me wasting time talking nonsense, I would rather be alone in my solitude. Because I'm safe from low vibrational frequency. So this is how we should maneuver. See, love for us to learn the tools of really reaching the osset. You reach it more meditate. When you die, when you sleep, you reach osset stage. Because your spirit, maulele, iba free. It wanders around. It goes to the original state. So we experience that, on a daily basis. But manje, it has got to be, something that you do deliberately. No, I don't want to ascend when I'm sleeping. I need to ascend during the day. Ungene rumini lapha wenza ama meditation akho. Ukhuphula umbilini. That's the only way. Angithi okhokho bakunikeza iscience ukuthi i-creation yayo yonke is constituted by this cold and the hot energy. Hey. So that cold and hot energy runs la emgogodlweni wakho in your spine. So that's the energy you need to raise for you to be able to remember what you said. No, Nebt-het represents the process form of material. And the Uasa no Oset represents the highest form of spirituality. So from Ngapa to be enticed by worldly things, we are always vibrating low because we are now choosing the process form of energy. So choose better. When you make a decision for you to ascend, you need to birth Anpu within you, so that you are able to discern. Le is wrong, le is right. This is an illusion. This is reality. Until you reach that point, you will always be confused. In reality, Uguti, we need to make sure Uguti sitetela umoya wenza umsebenzi wawo. Ungafuni wena ukwenza manje, izinto zibenzima. Hey, wena engage nomoya, engage nawe uzobona ngama signs. Wow, kwenzakala lokhu. Hey, umoya is engaging with you. Kungena inyosi endlini. Shukuthini leyo? Kungena imbukane. The association that we fed about King Kuba. Same the association that's called. Remember, its cover represents one of the principal things. Hey. So mele sees the check as ongeles. So manje ke makesh intentuza itopic yanamhlanje isifundisa ukuthi let us birth uAnpu within us. Remember ukuthi uAnpu uzaleka kanjani? Sithe scientifically the energy of Set and the energy of Nebt-het can never bear, can never give birth, because they represent the downward energy. So uAsa kuthiwa ngelinye ilanga naye sekephethwe i-ego phela. Uyaziwa ukuthi uye iskora phethe yonke into walahla edakwe iwine. Agithi Oset no Nebt-het, they are like twins. Huh? Hey, two sides of the same coin. So now uAsa thinks ukuthi ugidleno angithi unqamukile. Get busy, la shama get down, the ego in bed, and physicality. I will ask. Emsugu ke Nebt-het uyanyoba deliberate. Uyanyoba ungena empetheni. Uoset usabhizi somewhere. Kwenzeka lokho kwenza kwavela uAnpu. That's where the end of Set started. Remember ukuthi uSet umlingani kaNebt-het. Now uSet uyayibuza ke fana ne-out engakhona engenanzana. umuntu wakho ufika uthi hey man yazi sekublind manje usethi uthi kanjani awutshela so ukwatiswa yinto ya uyakwata ukuthi manje le khulumane yami le wasa inshangestile ikidele mendi yami kwavele lokhu manje and manje u-antu-ke yena-ke i-principle wena Makhetha i-principle esinceda kakhulu and u-antu is affected in our daily lives because every day we are confronted by a question ukuthi whether you do good or you do bad. Every day, every minute. Yabona mengabona umuntu la adlula. Ha? Ngifikele ingqondo yobubi. Ngicabanga ukumenza kaba ngithi. But discernment is there on a daily basis. Ukuthi hayi mengibona ngathi uyasindwa indlovukazi awuthi ngigijime. Umncede ngama-plastic ngiyomfaka ekhaya. Akekho kude nala ngihlala khona. So this is how we maintain balance in our lives. Ngezinto nje ezincane ezinganakeki. Because you know uSeth is always there. So uSeth ke umenzeni wasa. You remember the story said no sir. Umenzeni? Hey, okokuqala wabathi uSeth vele udeceptive. I-deception. Wa-create nje i-coffin right. Watshela u-Asa ukuthi now I'm a creator of a royal coffin. So the coffin le engiyenzile ithengiselwa nje amakhosi kuphela. Only royal people can use this. Manje ngicela wena ungene ucheke ukuthi ngicela wena ungene ucheke ukuthi comfort njani. Ngithi na uphethwe ego. Uyisigora manje. Uyangena nayo. Deceived by an illusion. Ukuthi ngenzelwe or ngizoyenzelwa ibhokisi elisha. Kanti is being deceived. Uyangena lapha kanti uSeth already knew all the measurements ezikasa. Ukhande vele specifically for yena. Wangena wafita. uSeth wathi ufaka isikhiye. Umlahlela ile emfuleni. Kwathila ngithi enga ukezwa i-crime of passion. So isuka lapho leyo nto leyo. I-crime of passion. So siyafunda ke lapho Makhetha ukuthi always remember we don't prioritize Nebt-het no Seth because these are grosser form of energies. They make us vibrate low. We always have to use Anpu to choose between that and the Asa no Seth. Remember ukuthi Asa inkosi wena ignore at your own peril. Inkosi of all the elements. So you can never avoid Asa. So ma avoid Asa uleader kuphi to ego. uSeth represent ego and ignorance. Ego and ignorance yiyo le ezokwenza ulokhu shama up and down. Ungazitholi wena ukuthi kwenzakalani ngawe. Kanti you need to ascend so that firstly know yourself. Because when you know yourself, you are a miniature of the universe. Everything that is constructed, in the universe constructed you. You have all the elements. Copper, I read the other day, copper. Our brains, zenziwe copper. Hey. And there get me now because umasheshe ngihambe ngayothola i-copper mark cup so that ngiphuza nge-copper on a daily basis. I'm feeding my angimoshanga isikhathi ngicela uJehudi Jehudi useJehudi funeka i-copper jo weza na uJehudi. So izinto lezo yiko ngithi le life kumele siyiphile. Kumele uyiphile. If uthola something ezokwenza ukuthi iku-assiste, phela thina si-stressed kabi. We are so much under pressure. Umsebenzi esinawo Makhehla, umsebenzi esinawo, umthwalo womuntu omnyama wonke emhlabeni usemahlombeni. Nina nithola ukukhanya. You have the responsibility of enlightening the majority who are lost. And the law service izodingakala much faster. 90-something% of Africans are Christian. Ngiyabona umsebenzi. Abantu kufike umoya kama art. Uzobalance izinto. Meaning ukuthi the scales were tipped to our disadvantage. Uma athi uthi ngeke inzalo yami yokuqala ihlupheka kangaka. Labantu kumele ngibabuyisele ebukhosini babo. Not democracy. Democracy. Wonke umuntu nje ugijimele kulento angazi abelungu babenzani labantu laba. Wonke umuntu nje qala nje articulate political party. It means ukuthi colonization is deep rooted in our minds. We don't see a future without umlungu. And the structures of umlungu has proven to be a poison to us because it's responsible for our condition today. So it has to change somehow. And this is our position similar. As for politics, yonke politics must bow down to amakhosi. In reality, ukuthi lama politicians ama subjects amakhosi. I don't understand ukuthi uNembeza wabo uthini. Sekuyoshaya 30 years manje siliphethe lezo. There isn't even one idea of returning the power where it belongs so that we create harmony on our continent, because this continent will never be ruled by a foreign construct. Yokugcina lokhu. And ingakho kumele ilungiswe kumanje. Ngazositshela ngamapolitiki ngifuna ukusibusa ngepolitiki again. Nilazi iqiniso ukuthi umbuso kumele ubuyele emakhosini. You need to empower amakhosi. Niwakhiphe futhi from your control. Ngalama 30,000 every month. Ingakho amakhosi adeleleka. Ingane zabo are commanding them. Ipremier ibhadala inkosi lapha. Isilo nesizwe mosisikhala. Hey, ama responsibility maningi. Ngicela nongeze imali. Injalo. But it is disrespectful for me ngumuntu omnyama and the understanding and knowing the truth. Ukuthi umhlaba belongs to the people and the custodians alo mhlaba amakhosi. Bese ke mina nginesibindi to create a budget for inkosi. Emhlabeni wenkosi. Disrespect of our people. Lokho nithi no angeke si izizwe zisihloniphe if we don't respect ourselves first. How do you feel great? Ukuthi wena you control i-budget yenkosi endaweni yayo futhi. Ubuntu na unembeza kuwe. Kwayona lento yema-president ukuthi agcoba amakhosi. Umfokazana ahamba yobamba inkosi bhu. Ngoba kusho umlungu yaqalwa umlungu lento le. Thina we continue foolishly. Now amakhosi don't resist. Khona manje they don't feel ukuthi baphelele without being recognized by government. Because the recognition by government is on the 30,000. And then the 30,000 they sign. I will never rise against the government. But 30,000, you've sacrificed us all. Over 30,000. Why bangalwi? In fact, government ukuthi yini nina nizostoba nisibamba amakhanda singamakhosi. How are we supposed to respect amakhosi ethu? Egxotshwa abafokazana. Why? Because they happen to run a Western construct. So these are the issues ongamelanga zifihlwe. If future of Africa demands, of course, it to rise. If we are truthful to ourselves. Thina siyingane zamakhosi namakhosikazi. Royal blood runs in our veins. Manje sesizenze abafokazana because of ingane abelungu. Thokozasho. Hayi ngokuhlehla thokozini. No, I think that the question, comment. Ngoba ngathi ngizofufa manje. Any comment or any question? Thokoza ke.
Dumela. Mkhulu, ngicela hanya mo topic ngiyibona lena. It's a boya Limpopo. Like hona le cemetery side.
Ngabe uyasondela buka manje yenza i-camera unstable.
Okay. So hona le cemetery side ko Moifontein. So uthola ethi uri mabitla away. So ne ke nya go butsa hore since re bolokile batho ka tsela ya Western effect mo it's like the ritual and stuff after rena re ya Limpopo e mo kae cause for kakana ngibona ngathi ithe masibuye Limpopo then kwayenzakala ukuthi amathuna awe like lenhloko ziwelele phela kumzimba ukho almost 4-5 yama tombstone
Akuphi?
Thembise Moifontein
As well.
na le kunhlungu
Umoya.
awuna pula so yona question yakhe awile so ba phone it ba botsa hore ne ba re king tombstone ewile tshwantse little to check so what a few of the tombstone the way and I think the day vele re ya ko Limpopo so ne ke ya go botsa hore Nebt-het o bohale ha kanang mo di ritualeng tse tsa go boloka life akro bona re bitsa moruti
Kaufela tsona the principle. That's why we can't call my arting is Katiska or set. Because now we are disrespecting the principle. It's Katisayo. It means when you are doing a phone call thing to call Uma art as the principle of ilenduza isizini. Ngesikhathi ska oset. So ingakho yonke into on the 23rd, remember 23rd thina asihambi ngokuthi ilanga liqala ngo-12 midnight. 12:05 is another day. Ungibiza morning. Hayibo. I'm not mourning. What am I mourning mina? Uzwa u12 always uhlukanisa light and darkness always according to nature. So manje umlungu uyachopa where there is 12 you need to replace it consciously with 6 Hey, where there's 12, replace it with 6. Where there's 6, replace it with 12. Like it's saying, uvuka nje so lose 7 hours. Huh? The first hour about you 7. Hello. And the now time is determined by the sun. When the sun rises and when the sun sets. And when the sun reaches its peak. That's why it's 12. Because it is the highest point of the sun. It means good is stronger. But from that point, it loses. Yingako from 12, ukuya phansi, awusaqeli. Ilanga liluza amandla. Uqela nje from 6 ekseni ukufika lo 12 hours. Then from lapho so uyabonga, so wenza ama-meditation wherever, awusaqeli lutho. Otherwise uzojika so uthukumvela. Ayakaphenduli. Timing yakho. Everything is timing. So once we understand timing, to answer you, Kev, there are so many events. There are so many events ezenzakalayo manje during this season. Nizwile ngama our stellar ancestors. We're seen in Miami. Nizwile. Presence. Physically. But later all the police in that county. It was bad. But what I'm trying to say, we are in that time of a revelation. You know, bonga niti basho. Our stellar ancestors said, siyahamba kepha siyabuya. Azange bakhuluma insumansumane kaJesu. Ngiyahamba. Ngizobuya. Amakholwa namhlanje alindile. And they can time. Tina we can time because hamba ngama-cycle. Huh? Siyazi ukuthi certain when it's closer to Earth, this is what happens. Siyazi ukuthi iJupiter, when it's at this angle, this is what happens on Earth. Because everything has an effect on Earth. So we can calculate with certainty ukuthi by this time, this is what will happen. Based on the movement of the stars above. Because everything, energy that animates everything on Earth emerges from above. Yingakho kuthiwa uNut, indlovukazi yeindlovukazi. Yiyo ezala imoya emisha, bese ke yamukela imoya departile la from Earth. So, uku understand lezi zinto lezi, there are so many things abantu buka la ijozi yamanzi, you know, zonke lezi zinto lezi, but there are signs. There are signs ukuthi something, you know, the great maybe balance has happened. Whether we like it, singabantu abamnyama, umoya is going to force us into this position. Whether we like it or not. Otherwise, so how now it's paper emoyeni. Hey, abelungu have ruled lo mhlaba and basebenzisa uSet because it was the age of Set, the age of Pisces. Now there's got to be balance. But you know, when Israel balithatha ngendlolo so brutally. But when manje masolufuna kumele uphaphathe kubo. Bona balithatha ngendlolo. And they are still here. Akunama art lapho. Ngeke. And it has been proven in history. No country has been liberated by a vote. Because the voting system is set up by the colonizer. Ukuthi black people are trapped in the system. They will never escape. Now in politics, abantu bathole 2/3 parliamentary, democracy. But the constitutional democracy block. In the defense of the minority, Tina Sivumile. They fail. It will never be implemented. Manje, they know these things, but basifakile bona. And manje lo mthetho abawusayinele. Mese udla bona, so bad. In the first place, in 1994, we're not supposed to allow this theft to continue. The Republic of South Africa is a theft that was not supposed to be allowed to continue. Now, labantu laba, because they compromise, hayi no sikwazi ukaffecta umlungu. Namanje uma ungezwe inkulumo yabo. Inkulumo yabo ithi asixoshi muntu. All we want is share. Share right. Hey! Message yabo wonke. We don't want to chase you. All we want equal rights. For you to beg the criminal to hand over your assets, you have to beg. That's how low we've become. Instead of being bold enough, vula amagate, vula amasango, baphume labantu. That's the only solution. Makumele kuliwe. Kepha ekugcineni bahambe. So that there's never been a period on the continent where we have just been ourselves. There's never. So, as a human right, we deserve that. Ukuthi bonke abantu bangaphandle abeza nemikhumbi bazotshala ushukela na babuyele khona le labasuka khona. Isikhathi soshukela sikho manje. Sizotshalela. Please, abasinikeze a chance. Give us a chance. It is our human right for us to find ourselves. Manje ufana nasekhaya. Ubaba nomama trying to fix izinto la ekhaya. Kepha umalume noNokdo bahlala basekhaya. So lungisa kanjani ekhaya? Asinisinikeze umoya. Give us a chance to breathe. We find ourselves senze njenge China. iChina yabaxosha bonke yavala amagate for over 50 years. Abantu baseChina were consuming content yaseChina. Yingakho iChina melenda anywhere. The first thing they ask, where's the Chinese restaurant? Because that patriotism, it has been instilled in them. And they're proud to be Chinese. Who's African is proud to be African? Huh? Now let me respect why. Look, it's Paisa. I'm not proud to be an African because I'm ruled by wrong people who are afraid to confront the truth. And what will heal us as African people is the truth. Singalokho si debate kuze kube ne civil war amongst ourselves. Abelungu and all foreigners have got to go and give us a chance to find ourselves. And then again, we decide after 60 years again. That's how long we need to find ourselves. Hey, so that kuphuma umqondo ukuthi umashwabana wase-Italy is better than umashwabana wase-Ghana. Injalo. And then now they did that labantu. Remember ngesikhathi se-Germany. I-Germany kube ne-East and West Germany. Hey, wonke ama-country. Japan did the same thing. Everybody does that. Arab did that. Noma baseroba ke lapha eIsrael. But it's okay. Indawo yethu la, Israel belongs to us. They know now. And it's not proof because our black people are still there. The original people who were there before who figure these Caucasian people. And the Pope, inikeza ama-Arab ukuthi ayosinvade la. The Pope, the head of Christianity, sent armies to go and maim you and drive you away from your own home. You should look at our videos of Israel in 1925. Only black people there. Now, umdomnyama ukhona kepha upushelele. Njengase Egypt. There are black people labafana nathi Egypt, but they are pushed down southward. I don't know why this tendency of colonizers, zangale ama-Arab, they always push people to the south. Nelibya yenza njalo. Abo-Turkey abapushela kuphi? The south. Kanti stupidly, they don't know which power is in the south. This is where it all began. The power is in the south. Here le launcher ke, you know, explosion in the north. Yingakho la South Africa mele siyokhulula. Even if it means ukuthi siyotoya at the Department of Defense. Ukuthi they must release our spiritual side. Le side le yathathwa amabhunu because they knew strategically the importance of that side. Ukuthi mebe vale the root chakra of earth. Abantu abamnyama ngeke baphile. So manje mele siyoyidima zi3 manje sezikhululekile. Ile nduza ile yase Limpopo. Kruger National Park. Sis. The name the Kruger just invokes Booby. And I don't understand ukuthi labantu don't they understand the pain they're instilling in us? Mesiloko sifunda lamagama on a daily basis. It must be changed. Ibizwe ngamakhosi aleya ndawo. Yingakho ngithi siphethe abantu aba-wrong man. Abantu abama-hybrid abazazi ukuthi bakuphi. Se-Afrika noma usebenzela umlungu. How can you allow bangitshela ukuthi hayi this because of the economic reasons? Umhlaba wonke wazi le ndawo ngeKruger. Manje there's nothing wrong to replace a name. Now kuyitrathi bazi replace ngithi. Siqina sijwayela the new name. So kusa nje nokuvaka because abelungu yibo patronize that place. Yonke into yenzelwa abelungu to our detriment. The last time we went there, sifuna ukuyophatha nge-23 nge-22 zika December. Basitshela ukuthi angeke basinikeze imvume ukuthi siyoshaya ighu eKruger National Park. Abodashi lapha. But if ngabe bokucele umlungu, remember ukuthi there's a block there that marks where the line of the ley lines make a cross. Kula mele siyophasela khona. And kula siyakhona. Sishongeka. 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 Let's take all.
The way we explain it, 6 to 12, and it being a time for requesting. 12 to 6, meditator. What then happens from 6 again p.m. to 12 midnight to morning?
Okay. According to natural clock, kumele si destroy electricity. Natural clock says 6 o'clock we prepare to sleep. We're supposed to sleep. So that melatonin is able to heal your body. Yingakho sigula kangaka. Nama ngithi lala ngabothi. But we need to realize the scientific effect yalento senza. Here that weakens our body. We are not able, remember ukuthi umzimba is able and capable of healing itself. Now, the only time lapho imimoya that is supposed to heal you is alive is when you are asleep. Manje mawuzinenja wena cabanga ulala ngo2 ngabo 6 7 so up. And then you go on for some time like that. That's why you need time and just take care of your sleep. Hey, so in the point of guys, you see Gucci, melatonin is excreted about 10. Yingako, you need to finish eating by 6. And not heavy. Salad. Because when you go to bed, your tummy is light. It's when your spirit is able to work effectively. Instead of the energy yako, it digested the food. Hey, ulala lapa. How are you going to ascend in that way? You can't ascend because the energy yako is busy digesting the food. So uzwe abantu baba worried ukuthi abaphuphi. Hey. Kuthiwa sometimes uma ungaphuphi, it means ukuthi you've ascended to higher realms, where you are not able to remember what you were doing. It means you were that peaceful. Ukuthi umoya wako was in diesel nje. And the layer can only happen if you sleep early. Yabona into shedding. Isincedile thina abantu bomoya. Ngoba ugesi wenza sound erasayo. Hey, so manje, load shedding, oh man, even in your own corner, Joe. Remember meditation. It's not the formal which melusha lotus. It's just 2 ways. We are calling you to ascend. Hey, so much meditation. No, as long as you are able to communicate, remember what you need to engage. Hey, how am I going to carry you? Utingenze njani? And the answers of nigga. And the motto as I implemented then. Makufika isambulelo sithi hayi fonela uThepiso. Huh? I need to phone you there and there. Because basebemlungisile uThepiso ukuthi hayi indoda izofonela uvume ukuthi umoya wenze njalo. Oh, sorry.
Ndaba ye-meditation kune question from Unkanyiso. Uthi SGEK, why don't we have programs teaching our people meditation that will resonate with who we are as spiritual to forever ascend and always by daytime?
Oh, yonke into ihamba nge-stage. It's better for you to meditate so knowledge about what you are trying to do. Kunokuthi siqala ama meditations kukuthi i-content ayikazinze ebantwini. Abantu it will be siphethe yonke meditation. Ngokweschemic, we have blueprint for that. But siyeza leso sikhathi. Angithi okwamanje sisempini. And njengoba sisempini, idemanda lento ukuthi sithathe personal responsibility. Mina ngathi you can't sleep without ukunyusa umbilini. And it's so simple, it doesn't cost anything before. Moses ukuthi hey, I'm in between. Tipa. You say the energy there. Because it goes and flushes your pineal gland. That's why izinto zakho zizoba clearer. As a personal responsibility, umuntu nomuntu okulendlela yomoya. You're supposed to do that. Akuvilapho la. Hey, yasetshenzelwa lento all the time you engage lo moya. Futhi much better to program your mind before you fall into deep sleep. Hey, such abantu babe nama personal mantras. Before you sleep, you keep repeating your story that you want to see manifest. Yaziwa uwe. So you've got to construct it yourself. Ukuthi priority yakho yini? Ufuna itezo ufunani. And the melu be clear. So ikhona wena khehla isikhathi. Isikhathi asikafiki lapho ukuthi sijule manje. Ngoba kwamanje we're trying to push content. Ingakho sithi it's better when you are enlightened. Because lezi zinto lezo kumele uzenze zenzakala natural. Because unolwazi, we are wiser. We are now living intelligently. Awusaphili nje ad hoc uvuke ekseni. So ngiyobona khona. Hey, that attitude of being a defeatist. Kanti kumele uvuke ekseni, you look forward. Nakhona umamela umoya. Umoya uthi ngithini? Umoya uthi ngiyobona ukhehla. Ngiyakwenza lokho. Kepha umoya uthi angihlale ngenzi lutho. I don't do anything. Ngimamela isambulelo. That's when a creation happens. Thokoza ke.
Uzokhuluma nge-principles
Gnome, yeah.
Ngikwazi ukuthi inesizinayo na.
Oh no. Gnome is a principle that is a lunar principle, right? Remember ukuthi kuthiwa indlovukazi Oset inyanga uye who dishes out ama-frequencies. Ngoba everything that is created by frequency, right? So unum ungena as an energy that connects through the signs they call thina siyibizani lento le kepera. The process of becoming. Abelungu bayibiza cymatics. This is where Num comes in. Nebt-het has created a spiritual body. The body now needs to express outwardly. This is when they meet to Num. Now fashions, the physical body, through the matter that is prevalent in the universe. Who created imizimba yethu, who created imizimba yeyilwane, who created imizimba yeyihlahla, and everything that is created. Meaning ukuthi umoya waleyo creation unebt-het. Kepha inyama yakhona icreatwa ile principle esiyibiza ukuthi ukunum. Thokoza. Ngiyathanda ama-engagement. Nice. Thokoza. Thokoza brother.
Umbuzo wami usethenini mina engibona ukuthi kungcono that ukhulumikwayo i-attack. So umbuzo wami ukuthi sizimisele ngawo ukuthi siba-attack ukhulumikhayo sithola nathi sibona ama-properties around sokuthi uqala affect enza ama-plane zona lezinto lezi ezisimple ezingasakho process that country like the land or to put this farm. Still in this past the Kuzwa.
No, sure. No, it's all the problem. Pull us your corner, Cash. Gepa, we came to a resolution, Uguti. We will never be fully there unless we decolonize and assist Abandabamnyam. Assist Abandabamnyama to decolonize. Remember, Uguti, the life, a seed fisa. Amajuta Namandia, IIP. Do you understand? And the yini ebo pamandia Namajuta. The culture, spiritual culture, sir. What they did is to lay a foundation your mind for themselves. So from that, wakega mind, zonke izinto abazidinga. So you cannot move from laying the good foundation in your mind. Because uma sihlanganisa sonke sibelieve kumbelingana nomkhulwana. It's easy ukuthi senze manje the economic problem. So it has been tried, and it fails all the time. Umuntu omnyama will take imali yakhe emandiyeni eplaza kwala bodaki every day. Instead ukuthi si-create iplaza yethu la, it means ukuthi mindset yethu ayikabi right. So i-GK is relevant for that reason. We are dealing with the mindset. So that umuntu azazi, not ukuthi azazi kepha as a ground spiritual. Ukuthi spiritually mina ngumuntu omnyama. This is where I belong. It's a process. Ayijapha. Akumelanga ijapha. Umlilo nje kumele uyivuthele. And isikhathi mase sifikile, hayi sobona wonke umuntu asondele. Then we are one thing. Besivumelana ngokuthi asisathengi ama-products from outside our community. Wonke umuntu agrees with that. Yabo? So injalo ke. Akhona ama-program kepha we've seen and witnessed ukuthi imali is dangerous lakithi. Imali is the source of problem and the destruction of our movement. That are geared towards fixing that problem. Once you get imali emfondweni womuntu, ungena uSathane. So we need to move away from mentality emali. Thina la GK, we don't depend on money. Whether ikhona or ayikho siyaphambili. So you need to get to that level. Ukuthi imali ilandela ini vision. You've got to lay out a clear vision, color. Implement the vision. Money will follow. Buga kona manje messing approval. In unity yethu singabantu abamnyama just like South Africa. Sivumelana ngento yodwa esayizama la kuma townships in the 80s. Sathi azikhwelwa asithengi eshopini. Savumelana wonke ilokishi. There was no product that was sold out. And that affected the stock exchange. It affected the white community. So we need to revive that spirit. Ukuthi sivumelane sonke singabantu abamnyama. So that sonke sigayile uma-art. Ungathi wena mesivumelene ngokwenza lokhu kuba ukudlwemba wena. Because ulandela imali. No. Lapha bazongimoshela isikhathi. So sifuna ukudila naleyo nto yokudlwemba. Sikhande nye. And so implement ama-various measures emidlwemba. That have been tried before. So hey, Ebola, yes, você. Yes, você secretário. Eu sei que falei no matéria. Como assim como eu comento? Ei. Come on, open.
Bakumisele emuva. Bese ubuza ngale ndaba yesikhathi. So angazi ukuthi izona
Ayikho wrong with that. Kepha uthi, u-12, lo, u-12, abelungu bathi 12, is the 6th hour of the night. And it represents ukuthi the sun is at its southern point. Yay! Then at that point, iyakhuphuka. So kumele ukhuphuke nala amandla until it rises again. So 3 falls within that 12 and 6. It's not wrong with that. Okay, so go ahead.